Hello there, everyone. So, it's been a while since I've uploaded on SO posting. That's because, well, there hasn't been a lot of drama, and really, I don't like drama videos. So, I don't know, this channel's not really going to be very active. But, yeah, I'm uploading here again, so, you know what that means. So basically, if you don't know who Jim Jesus is, he is someone who claims to be a libertarian that uploads content on YouTube. The reason I state he claims to be instead of he is because he regularly engages in some highly unethical and underhanded practices, specifically with the intention of attacking other libertarian content creators, usually in the form of defamation, either by outright lying about them or quote mining them and taking things they've said or done out of context to distort the original purpose of whatever it's referencing. Then, when he gets questioned or called out on this behavior, he has a little private server or DM which he runs in order to get people to come and spam or dogpile whoever was calling him out. And he regularly gets in bed with Marxists on Twitter to help him in spreading this misinformation. For example, at the beginning of this month, I was involved in a Q&A stream hosted by Nate the Voluntarist, which included David Friedman, and it was a pretty nice time for everyone involved, though with some of the questions I asked David and some of the things he was saying, I asked him for clarification on what he meant, or was simply trying to clarify what I meant, either because I don't think he understood, or because he asked me what I meant directly for clarification. Jim then edited the segments of this Q&A where these back and forths took place and attempted to claim that this was a debate and attempted to use this footage as evidence of my supposed inability to defend my ideas. So almost immediately, his video started getting ratioed by the people who watched the stream and weren't happy with how he was attempting to mischaracterize what happened. He then consequently started deleting comments which called him out on this, then literally went to Twitter and started begging people to come upvote his video, which, by the way, most of his followers are Marxists and alt-right types because of how much shit he talks about other libertarian content creators. That itself should really speak volumes. On top of this, he regularly engages in the same argumentative fallacies as statists do, to the point where he demonstrates a clear lack of understanding of the ethical beliefs he claims to hold on a fundamental level. So with all these points taken into consideration, I would honestly call into question whether or not Jim actually even is really a libertarian, but that's a subject for another video. What's most notable about him is that he is absolutely obsessed with me. I have no idea what it is about him, but ever since I opened my channel, he's been consistently dedicating his entire social media presence to nothing but defaming me ever since I started doing commentary. If you look at his Twitter feed, it's almost entirely about me, things I've said, or things he claims I've said. Then he usually attempts to backtrack and shift the goalpost of whatever he was initially claiming, then engages in psychological projection when I respond pointing out his bullshit by saying that I'm engaging in damage control or trying to backtrack, something equally as retarded. And he was doing this for a while largely unnoticed until last summer when Dapperton and I had our little feud, which he then exploited to get Dapperton's attention and worm his way into the bigger libertarian circles on Discord and YouTube. For the most part, and from the looks of his viewership and audience interaction, everyone else just seems to be ignoring him, but for this month, for whatever reason, he's decided to become increasingly toxic to where it seems like every day he's saying something new and something more dishonest about me. And today, he made this post, and I've just had enough, so I'm putting my foot down here. So if you couldn't already tell right off the bat by the peculiarity of the cropping or the on its face absurdity of this comment, this is an edited screenshot. Here's what I actually said, which of course is more reasonable and is in fact demonstrably accurate by definition, and this is hardly the first time Jim has edited his screenshots to lie about something someone else said. In fact, he did this exact same thing to Shane Killian back in 2015. And people of course started criticizing him for this almost immediately, So apparently his little friend Shiny, yes, the same Shiny who was originally a mod for Dapperton's first server along with her boyfriend Promethium Oxide, who took the whole fucking thing down because Shane banned them for dogpiling me in his server, screenshotted the entire conversation and sent it to Jim so he could post it on his Twitter, not realizing that it proved that he edited the screenshots, so he quickly took down that entire thread of comments. Then, while doing this, he took my post calling him out for this on Gab and started engaging in his usual brand of amazingly transparent psychological projection. And normally, if it were just shit talk and memes, I seriously wouldn't care, but I am so sick and fucking tired of these people constantly spreading libel and deliberately trying to defame me and cause infighting among libertarian groups. And you want to know what the most hilarious part about this is? If you were to talk to them, they would say I am the one who is starting shit with them. So the reasons I make this video today are, firstly, to warn people about Jim and the clique he associates with, Shiny, Promethium Oxide, and McToast mainly. That if you associate with these people, they will start issues in your groups by trying to create internal division and defame people, or by starting personal conflict with them. A lot of people don't know about these and are only getting their side of the story, which is a big part of the problem because these people are a bunch of sociopathic pathological liars who do nothing but scheme and manipulate libertarians against one another in order to cause conflict. The other reason is because recently Shiny and one of Shane's moderators created a Discord server so that Jim and his friends along with myself could quote-unquote set aside our differences. Yeah, like I said, they have absolutely no ability to self-reflect because I'm not even doing anything. If they genuinely wanted conflict to stop, they need to stop causing it, because this is frankly entirely one-sided and is long overstayed its welcome, that is, even assuming that it was welcomed to begin with. I only first joined that server in the first place so that they couldn't turn around and claim that I was refusing their offers to set aside our differences, but I left today after Jim made this tweet. So, no, I'm not refusing anything, you just can go fuck yourself. Anyway, that's all for today. Remember to tell Jim and his friends to go fuck themselves and not to listen to anything they say, because they're clearly not credible people who should be taken even remotely seriously.